I'm Marty Reese, and I am the sculptor commissioned to create the sculpture for St. Anthony North Hospital. In order to do a larger sculpture, you have to figure out your entire design at a smaller scale. So I made a maquette or a model of my design. And to figure it out, it's important to start with live models. So I went right to the drawing board and went and found a baby. Just at that time, I had a girlfriend whose son was just starting to walk. So I brought that baby in here in my studio. The model for the saint, I had him walking and leaning over, and I had sculpted him in kind of quickly. And then when the baby came in here, I had them walk back and forth in my studio. And it was the summertime, so they even walked outside. And I pulled my sculpture outside and pulled down on that arm to get the hand right where I wanted it in relation, so the saint isn't leaning all the way down and we can't see his face, but yet he's leaning down enough to capture that child's hand. That was the moment I knew I'd nailed the design for the sculpture. To go from a smaller piece up to this scale, there's a scaling up process. This piece is slightly larger than life size so that it will work well in the space within the atrium of the St. Anthony North Hospital. There's foam and rebar and piping to brace it all, and then the clay goes on top and you begin sculpting out the whole thing again, but just that much more detail to work out. The most challenging has been figuring out the expression that I wanted on the saint's face. So that has been just a bit time consuming in figuring out how to sculpt him in an expression that's very difficult to sculpt, because you can't have a serious saint if you're walking a child. So where do you show that? How do you show that? And that's really what I've discovered to be the most challenging, as well as his hands. From a design standpoint, it's complicated because of how they relate to each other, with the only connection being their hands. So to be able to actually get in there and sculpt around, they had to be separated. But being able to sculpt them so they both look good together, it's important to put them together often to check and see if it's working well. It's a great honor to sculpt a piece that is going to be viewed by so many and has such a prominent location in a hospital. I really wanted him to be not so much like a saint that's unapproachable, but like a saint that we can see in our daily lives. And so this is sort of my interpretation of that.